back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a story time about my first fight. Yeah, this is gonna be a real quick video because it wasn't that much, but it was still, still a story. So let's just get straight into that. I was about 13 or 12, and I was in, it was like it was September 17th. I remember this day because it was my birthday. So it was September 17th, and we went through a whole school day, and I had met some friends or whatever, and there was this one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, we're just gonna call her Liv. So I met Liv, and I had my other friends, but I had met her also, so we were all just friends. So we all had music class together, like, you know how you get like in band or music class, so we all had that class together. So basically it was like the end of the day, and we got in the class, and we were all like, like the first couple of days, you don't really do anything. You just like get to know each other and you talk and stuff. So we were sitting in a circle, and we were all just talking. So yeah, we're all just talking, and then the girl Liv, I don't know, she was just being mean to everybody. Like, she was like smacking our books on the floor. Like we had to sit in chairs, so like all our stuff was on our laps, and she would like smack our stuff off our laps and stuff, and like all this stuff. And but okay, so she was like smacking my stuff like off my lap, and everybody was just like, why is she being like that? So we had just stopped talking to her for a little bit. So she had rolled my butt, like she rolled my bus. We was walking down the hallway, and she was saying the N-word and all that stuff. So I was just getting offended. I was like, yeah, like, no, I can't, like, that's disrespectful. So like we were like saying, you gotta chill, like, stop, like, why are you saying that? Like, that's disrespectful. So I was the only one out of my whole group that rode the bus with her. So me and her had got on the bus, and I was saying, like, I was already mad at her, and she was just getting on my nerves. So I was like, if you touch, because like she kept like touching me, trying to like you know how when you get on a bus and you don't go like super fast, like she was trying to tell me like, hurry up, like rushing me and stuff. So I was like, if you touch me one more time, I'm gonna hit you. And I lied to y'all not, she did this touch. So I'm like, well, you just like, you know what I'm saying, like, you just like basically you're pushing my buttons, like you literally just pushed my button. So then me and her get to fighting. At the time I had went to school with my brother, so he wasn't on the bus. Like, we was getting on the bus like earlier because we was younger, so we was getting on the bus like more earlier than the older kids did. So and so we had got on the bus, and we just fought because she, like, I'm like, stop touching me, like, don't push my buttons. Like, I had never fought before ever in my life, so she pushed my button, like, literally, like, touched me. I'm like, oh, that's my activation button, so you want to fight? My Power Ranger came out of me, and I started fighting her. So that was like, when I got off the bus, because you know when you fight, they take you out the bus and they gotta go like do your referral and stuff, but they let all the other people go. So my brother's walking, and he's like, what just happened? And he's asking me, and he's like, I'm crying because, like when you get mad, some people cry. I'm that person that cries when I get mad. So I cried. I was like crying. I was like, I just fought. He's like, stop crying, you didn't lose. I'm like, where? Okay. So like I calmed myself down, and then I was in the office, and they had to write my referral up, and like it was basically because she called me out my name. It was pushing, like touching me and stuff. So I got suspended for 5 days. But this was the crazy part because that was my first fight, and my mom wasn't mad at me. Like, I had thought that, like, this is my first fight, I never fought before, she's gonna be mad at me. She was not mad at me. Like, I went to, like, on my suspension time, I went, like, I guess her, like, she works at a school, so her school went to, I think it was, Clementon Park, and I had went with them. So I was like, oh, I'm having fun on my suspension, like, whatever. So, yeah, and, like, it was just, like, whatever. And then, me and that girl, we fought a million times. When I tell y'all, that girl was my first fight, and that girl, I was fighting her all year long. Like, we had with the bus together, so every time she did something to me, I was like, I'm following you to your house and I'm beating you up. Like, I remember once we got off the bus and we was arguing. I forgot what we was arguing about, but I followed her. Like, it was like the bus stop was here and her house was like over here, so I had followed her across, and then we was just like arguing. And then when she got to the step, I was just like, boop, and then like it was just like crazy. Like, I just and then I gotta, like, it was just so much. Like, I feel like I was just so young, and I wanted to, like, I'm not gonna say impress the older people, but not make it seem like I was so like intimidated by them. So I had to like show myself like I'm not scared. Like I can fight. Like, you know. So like me and her was just fighting. Like, I wasn't really bullying because she was messing with me too. But she just like at first she didn't know I could fight that because you know I was all young. I was scrawny. I was skinny. Like I'm gonna put a picture of me right there. That's me from 6th grade. I don't look like I can fight. I look like a punk, but I really can fight. So yeah, like that's the crazy thing. And I was just like, well, yeah, that's my first fight story time. Told you guys it wasn't gonna be that long. I'm not gonna have you guys here for a long time. It's like a 7-minute video. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe for more. I'm dropping a smash or pass part 2 in a couple days, depending on how good this video does. So make sure y'all tune in for more. Deuces.